presentation. It'll be taking place right behind me. Let me step aside and have you get a bird's eye view of what we're looking at right now. This is the front of the area where the Christmas tree will be brought in here momentarily, and will be live as well when that tree is delivered inside that area. This has been a tradition since 1966, the arrival of the White House Christmas tree. This tree is from West Virginia, just over 18 feet 5 inches. So traditionally, the trees are about that size. Anyway, we can't wait to show you all the action when we're perched up really nicely on this lawn today, as this is kind of referred to as the Pebble Beach area here alongside the White House. Brisk day, temperatures upper 40s, a little breezy, a little cool, but we're glad to be out here bringing all this information to you. Before we get started, I want to just emphasize for the first time today the importance. This is your network. You know, we've been on the road for a while. We've had so many people come up to us and say, thank God for Right Side Broadcasting. Thanks for what you do. We love all the content you're bringing us. And we want to say thank you to all of our viewers that have been so loyal over the years. And of course, over the last really busy 3-4 months we've had on the campaign trail. Go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate. rsbnetwork.com/donate, as we appreciate all the contributions that you guys have given us so that we can continue to bring you all this live breaking developments here from DC and around the country. And of course, this past weekend we were down in Atlanta for the Stop the Steal there at the state capitol. We heard from numerous speakers there as well. Plus, before that, we were at the CNN Center there for the Walkaway movement with Branda Straka. So we brought you those events as well. But we're glad you're joining us for today. And so today is kind of a lighter note. We're talking about the Christmas tree. We're talking about gathering around the Christmas tree for this holiday season. And this is one tradition many Americans across this country really look forward to this time of year. And of course, with all the events that's in our news, you know, we've got to all be very, very careful with that, but we're glad that you're joining us here. We can't wait to see what this Christmas tree looks like. I know if we look at previous year's events, it will be perhaps brought in by horse buggy, and the First Lady herself will be out there to receive that Christmas tree. Now, in years past, we've actually seen President Trump out there as well with the First Lady. Can't confirm that's going to happen today, but you know what? We would never rule it out, as you never know what will happen here in Washington, especially these days. But thanks for joining us. And also a special shout out to our partner, and he's been such a loyal partner to this network, Mike Lindell with MyPillow, MyPillow.com. Of course, with the holiday season coming up on us, shopping and getting out might not be something you want to do. So you might want to just stay at home and point and click and get yourself a MyPillow. Go to the website, MyPillow.com. That's MyPillow.com, and use the promo code RSBN, and you get up to 66% off on all those MyPillow products. So what a great way to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and just extend your welcomes and your wishes to all your friends and family by giving them a gift of comfort. That would be MyPillow.com. Liz Willis joining me now. Are you really excited about this? Because this is one of those events, Liz, is that this is not that, you know, it's not political. It's actually, it's fun. It's a fun event. It's arrival of the Christmas tree.
I'm so excited. I think First Lady Melania Trump is so beautiful. I love watching her and being able to stay up to date. So I think more things than not, I'm glad to be working today, but I'm more excited just to be able to see it myself. And to bring you such a historic tradition here at the White House.
I agree, and it's one of the things I talked about earlier. Dating back to 1966, this tree has been a part of the White House tradition, and then later the First Ladies took kind of control of the Christmas trees, as they probably do in most households, right? Even though I put mine up this past weekend when I was home for a day or so. I put it up, threw some lights on it, but I will finish decorating it later. But we're so happy to see this tree. It'd be my first time to see the First Lady.
I think I've seen her at a few rallies. I think 2 in the past 4 years. I think she's normally taking care of Barron, not really at the rallies. But this will be my first time really at one of her events for sure, and just to see how she handles herself. I mean, I'm really excited about that. We did just get an email. I don't know if you've read it yet. Sure. And it just has some history on this event for today, and it gives a little bit more of a backstory about where the tree comes from, why they do this. So if y'all don't mind, I figured I'd read some of that here with you. And I haven't read it yet either, so I'm just delivering the message. The 2020 White House Christmas tree selected. This is from the press office for immediate release. So you guys are probably the first ones, and most likely, honestly, the only ones to hear this, because other people just don't care when it comes to mainstream media and what they project. But this tree is from Littleton, Colorado. In a normal year, the selection of the White House Christmas tree is a media event at the NCTA Champion Growers Farm, attended by 100 or more people to observe the White House team select the perfect tree for the Blue Room. But 2020 is far from a normal year. There was no selection event this year. Instead, the tree was quietly chosen at Dan and Ann Taylor's farm. They are the 2020 NCTA Grand Champion Grower. I think this is already interesting. As a pine tree farmer, I love it. It would be a huge honor to be able to provide the Christmas tree to the White House. The Taylors have supplied Christmas trees to decorate the White House for a number of years, except, of course, sorry, this wind is gnarly. Let me get it out of my face. Okay. The Taylors have supplied Christmas trees to decorate the White House for a number of years, except, of course, the Blue Room tree, which comes from NCTA's Grand Champion grower, Dale Haney. White House Superintendent of Grounds visited Taylor's farm to pick out the other trees for the White House. While he was there, he was able to also see the large trees that they had available to select among for the Blue Room. This special tree has to fit exacting and particular specifications to go on display in such a historic room. Mr. Haney's viewing of the trees that day became the selection process. A beautiful 18.5-foot tall Fraser fir was chosen to be displayed in the Blue Room of the White House this holiday season. The Taylors were named 2020 Grand Champion at the National Christmas Tree Association's National Christmas Tree Contest. With this award goes the honor of presenting a Christmas tree to the White House. Mr. Taylor is celebrating his win after participating in numerous state contests. He continued to pursue the honor of providing a tree to the White House. He said, quote, "We are honored to have the opportunity to represent the Christmas tree growers of America by continuing the tradition of providing a tree to the White House Blue Room, which will be viewed by millions of people. This will be an experience of a lifetime for our family, especially for our children, who are accompanying us for the presentation of the tree to the White House," said Taylor. 2020 will mark the 55th year of the National Christmas Tree Association presenting the official White House Christmas tree for display in the Blue Room, a tradition that began in 1966. There's some more information. Let's see. A little bit more when it comes to the White House. I'm kind of paraphrasing some of this. But the White House tree, information on that. A member of the National Christmas Tree Association, also known as NCTA, who has won the National Christmas Tree Contest, has presented a tree to the White House each year since 1966, when Lyndon Johnson was president. This is the 55th tree presented by a member of the National Christmas Tree Association. The tree is traditionally presented to the First Lady, who accepts the tree on behalf of the White House. The tree serves as the centerpiece of the White House Christmas decorations. The tree must be between 18 to 19 feet tall and reach the ceiling of the Blue Room, where the power source for the chandelier, which is removed for this holiday season, is located. The 2020 tree delivery presentation to the First Lady is scheduled for today. If you're curious about how did Mr. Taylor earn the honor of presenting the White House tree, well, the honor of presenting the Christmas tree to the White House is earned by being named Grand Champion of the National Tree Contest. Mr. Taylor first had to win his state contest to be eligible to compete in the National Christmas Tree. At the national contest, the trees are first judged by a panel of experts and then by the industry peers at the contest. All right, that is so that is some of the information that was announced for release, and this is just background information for immediate release from the press. So thank you. I'm going to bring Brian Glenn back up here with me to talk about what's going on. And what are you expecting to see today? Crowds, masks? Who knows?
Probably a little bit of both, crowds and masks. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing the First Lady because I said earlier I've not been able to have the opportunity to see her in person. I know that she's been at some rallies around the country, but I just have not been at those rallies. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see a different vibe from the press here. This is not a political press conference. This is nothing that someone's going to weigh in on prescription drugs or perhaps the election or anything like that. This is about Christmas tree here in the White House, and it's a very long-standing tradition of the delivery from the Christmas tree. And I know that I saw some video online this past week of it en route to our nation's capital on the roads from people just like cool. Instagramming it. It's kind of fun. Yeah, you could. So it was really interesting going through. And can you imagine going down the highway and seeing, this tree on a long bed truck with Secret Service surrounding it? And that's exactly what it was, making its way to the nation's capital. So, which, by the way, did you see perhaps the ugliest Christmas tree in this country? Gosh. Right? You know exactly what I'm going to say.
So bad. I don't understand it. Is that normal for it to look like that?
I don't know. It's almost like it had a couple branches ripped off by through the transit process.
It has a disease.
It does look like it could have something wrong with it. But anyway,
they found a starving owl inside it too.
Did they really?
After 3 days of it sitting in like Rockefeller Plaza, they found an owl. So I don't know who found it or how the owl is doing, but I know.
I wouldn't imagine much could live in that tree right there by the way it looked.
The tree can't live with itself.
The tree can't even live with itself. Anyway, we're looking forward to that as well. And we're glad that you're joining us. This is kind of a different nature of an event that we're doing right now. And I love it. It's all about Christmas. It's all about the holiday season that's coming up. And of course, we want you to tag a friend, share this broadcast. This is one of those things that this is nothing but bringing love and joy to everyone this holiday season. All right, let's go back about not even 24 hours ago. We all heard the news, the legal team separating themselves from Sidney Powell, the attorney, and claiming that she's not a part of a legal team. And we all saw that developed. And if you're just like me and you're a little confused about all of that, you're not alone. And hopefully over the next couple of days, we'll have some clarity on that situation and exactly what's happening in terms of Sidney Powell and the evidence supposedly that she has towards election fraud in those several states. And so that's something that you want to stay tuned to Right Side Broadcasting as well, as we will bring you every update that we possibly can. You can follow me at Brian Glenn TV, BrianGlenn TV, Brian Glenn TV. You can follow Liz as well, and she's stepped aside to check on some stuff. And we'll bring her back on because she's a great resource for all of this. But also, probably the best resource right now is to follow us right here at Right Side Broadcasting. Our team back in our corporate office is on the money when it comes to getting all the information, the latest developments happening in the world of the election right now. And so much is at stake, and so much is uncertain right now. In Pennsylvania, Georgia, with the Senate runoff races scheduled for the 1st of January, a lot of coverage, a lot of attention being directed towards that part of our country, and so much imbalance because if in fact Biden does end up getting the certification of the votes and gets the votes needed to elect him president, and in fact those runoff races in Georgia and the Senate races go towards Democrats, you're looking at a trifecta of control here in Washington from Democrats, and that is something as conservatives definitely don't want at this point. So much attention being directed towards the state of Georgia, and of course we'll bring you all the updates on that. So many developments coming out of Pennsylvania as well with the recounts. There's certain counties in Philadelphia, or in Pennsylvania rather, that they're looking at as well. So we'll bring you all that information. You can follow us on social media, and we'll do our very best to bring you all the coverage. And I'll let me step aside again, kind of reset the scene. We are live outside the White House awaiting for the arrival of the 2020 official Christmas tree presentation by her First Lady herself, and we are just excited about that. And this is one of those things that we have been looking forward to ever since we got the notice last week that this was happening. Of course, also we're looking to bring you perhaps the turkey pardon as well that the president typically does right before Thanksgiving. So we're looking forward to that as well. Okay, I'm gonna step out in front here. Give you a good idea of the situation here. We are looking forward to all of this today, and of course we'll bring you, we had another camera crew set up back where the Christmas tree will be delivered. So Liz and I will, once we break away from here at about 11:30, we'll make our way over to where the Christmas tree actually gets delivered and give you a different perspective on that. Hey, we want to get the chats going as well. Let us know, have you put up your Christmas tree yet? Is your Christmas tree up yet? I know typically last year, I think I did it right after Halloween. I'm a little odd like that. So it was November 1st, and I had the Christmas tree up on November 1st, which is, I know is a little early, but nevertheless, it's something that I wanted to do. So we're excited to have the tree up. So let us know if you're putting your Christmas tree up this year, and if not, when do you typically put it up? And this is a very different year when it comes to gatherings, and of course Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. So much conversations about that. I know that travel here in the U.S. is down more than 50%. Airplane travel due to COVID-19. About 1.9 million people traveled via a plane this past weekend. Of course, it will anticipate a little bit higher on Wednesday and then come back on Sunday, but that is down 50% from previous years. Also, smaller turkeys. I've seen this conversation several times about smaller turkeys. People, because they have a smaller group, are purchasing smaller turkeys. And so that is something to look forward to. So let us know. Comment in there about your Christmas tree and about your social gatherings for Thanksgiving, and perhaps what you're most thankful for this year. 2020 has been one of those years that it's historic for many reasons, not only the election, but what's going on with COVID-19 as well. So just let us know how you plan to spend your Thanksgiving and what you're thankful for. We'll read off some of those comments a little bit later when we get back in. But anyway, just now joining us, we are live outside the White House, waiting for it's a 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the delivery, or at least a ceremony to kick off for the 2020 official White House Christmas tree, something that's dated back in 1966. And of course, the First Lady's continued that tradition ever since then, blessing the tree when it comes to the White House. And of course, I would not rule out seeing our president meet the First Lady out there in the driveway behind us to address that tree as well. I'm going to step aside and give you a nice little look about that. And hopefully that we can get this covered. So it looks like we probably have about, I gotta say, 10 minutes or so before we have to cut inside and give you some coverage from that as well. All right, let me go in here. Once again, I want to thank our friends over at MyPillow because they're a big partner of all of this. And Liz, why don't you tell everybody how they can save some money on MyPillow?
Awesome. Yes, thank you. Sorry I stepped away for a minute. We were with an assistant to the president saying hi, and what a special day it was to have Avi coming by the RSBN spot right here on the White House to come and say hey to us. So we do feel very special. Yes, it's very special. He wanted to say hi to our CEO, Joe Seals. So Joe, Avi says hi. With that being said, yeah, you were mentioning MyPillow.com. They have been incredible, and they've been blowing up on social media. I mean, they have helped post bail for Kyle Rittenhouse, and people are just saying, oh my gosh, now more than ever, like what a patriot MyPillow and Mike Lindell are. We are going to buy MyPillows. And I've been posting it as much as I can because why not save money where you can? You can use code RSBN at www.mypillow.com for up to 66% off your order. MyPillow and Mike have been such a blessing to be able to work with, and their products are incredible. They have over 100 products to choose from. It's such a wide variety, ranging from, of course, the standard and premium MyPillows. You have the Giza Dream Sheets, memory foam mattress toppers, dog beds, and so much more. There's towels that are so soft. They make the perfect holiday gift, especially if you get a monogrammed. There's bathrobes, which is a personal favorite for me. There's never a wrong time to give someone a bathrobe who doesn't love just feeling so luxurious and comfortable after a long day's work. So those are two great options you can get. Christmas is right around the corner. You guys know it. We are here today. I can't believe it, but celebrating the arrival of the official Blue Room Christmas tree for the White House. So it's a good awakening to go ahead and get that Christmas shopping done. You can get it all done over at www.mypillow.com. And don't forget, let's save that hard-earned money. Use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order.
It's great because, Liz, we're going to transfer from here outside into a little bit closer to where you're seeing a shot right now. A few people gathered out in front. That's the arrival area of the Christmas tree. And so Liz and I will be giving you a different perspective at that point. And that's kind of where the Christmas tree will come up. The First Lady will come out and greet it like she's traditionally have done. And who knows, Liz, we talked about maybe we see the president himself come out there and greet the First Lady. That would be a treat to have him do that. But we're looking forward to this. And of course, after that, I don't know where that goes. Perhaps we go inside. At this point, we just don't know, but we are looking forward to this really festive event. And to be honest with you, this is a great change from what we're used to covering. You know, this is a non-election segment. This is a non-political segment. This is about Christmas. This is about the Christmas tree in the White House. So it's great to be here. And of course, we appreciate all of you watching right now. And as Liz said, we appreciate our partner, Mike Lindell with MyPillow. So we can't thank you guys enough. And Liz and I, as we walk and travel across this country, she gets it way more than I do, but people coming up to us saying, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much. And right now, this is a pivotal time in information, news, media gathering, because the scales are tipping a little bit in direction of certain media outlets. And fortunately, we are on the receiving end of that as far as being able to be a trustworthy organization that brings you all the content. So we're just happy that you're watching. We're happy you're watching right now. You got a live look right outside the White House here. We're waiting for the arrival as the crews set up the ropes and lines, and we got the press just off to your right that you can't see, but we'll be on there shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you have a live view right now. I think it's so cool that I'm not just saying this because I work for RSBN, but for those at home who are able to tune in, you can really kind of see the behind the scenes, like actual behind the scenes stuff that no other network would bother to cover because it's probably not worth their money. It's not that valuable to them. But for us, I mean, this is history. This is moments that we're just incredibly blessed to be a part of, and to see First Lady Melania Trump, but also to see the inner workings of how these events go on and how the press works at the White House as well. It's really interesting to see them up there waiting. Most of the time, there is nobody on that lawn.
That's true.
So it's neat. It's a different aspect for the White House today, a totally different event for us than we're used to covering. And we are going to we have 2 cameras here today, so you guys are going to get full scenes no matter what. If Brian and we're going to have to be off the air for a minute, but our camera's still going to be live. You're still going to see all of this happening right here in real time. You'll probably see us walking up this driveway, this walkway here shortly.
Yeah, and to your point a few minutes ago, we're going to pull the curtain back on RSBN, and we're going to start a new podcast series. I don't know if it's going to be nightly. It might be 3 times a week. I don't know. But you're going to see actually where we live here in D.C. and what a little bit behind the scenes. We're going to see Liz and I cooking in our respectful kitchens. We're going to give you content. We're going to do a lot of feedback interaction with our viewers. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we'll post everything up on social media to kind of tease what time to tune in and what we're going to do and the topic of the day. So we're happy to bring all this additional content to you. That's what we're here for. That's what we want. That's what we want to do, and that's what we do best. So just a teaser of that. If you want to know what Liz likes to cook and what's her favorite dish, then you want to make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm curious to see what it is. I actually don't know what Liz likes to cook. Is it? Please tell me it's a step above. Like I'm like a Cocoa Krispies and some milk. Fruity Pebbles.
Step above that.
Okay, great.
But no, speaking of that, something fun that we've come up with the idea for this week. Right now, it looks like we have around 7,000 watching, and some of them are members. And there's different levels of membership that you can join here at RSBN via YouTube. And those tiers, some of the top tiers that were provided, it's a monthly subscription-based service, and it provides you more like VIP access to kind of what we're doing here in DC, and you get to see just a little bit more of what it's like to live in the swamp and to work here at the White House. So this Tuesday, so tomorrow evening, we are going to be doing a RSBN Thanksgiving Tuesday dinner. It'll be at my apartment. I am hosting it for these guys. Everyone is required, whether or not they want to do it or not, to bring their favorite Thanksgiving dish.
Oh.
So they can prepare it a little bit while we're there at my apartment. I'll be doing, I haven't figured out what I'm cooking yet, honestly. But this is going to be this stream is only going to be viewable by those who are in our top tier subscription. We'll release some more information on that later. So make sure you're subscribed to us, and you are going to be getting access to really totally behind the scenes, super informal. If you have questions, you can ask them. We're just going to be talking, chatting, and preparing a very light Thanksgiving meal for Tuesday night, because most of us are leaving pretty early sometime Wednesday, to get back to our families for Thanksgiving 2020. Brian, are you excited to see your family?
Yes, I am.
Or you're thinking, what are you going to make?
I'm thinking about what I'm going to make, and it's either going to be like a Ritz cracker chicken casserole.
Oh, yes, do that.
Okay, that lit you up. You like that, huh?
Yes,
okay.
That sounds so good.
or something you can drink?
I think both.
I think so as well. Okay, I tell you what we better do. It's 11:32 here. We've been told to get in place by 11:35 to be escorted
Yes,
in. So
absolutely.
you want to toss it back to Joe, and we'll get back in place.
Perfect. Yes. So we're going to toss it back. By the way, I think I'm going to do something definitely vegetable related. Green bean casserole is always good, or
Yes.
some.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
green bean
yes.
casserole.
With mushrooms, little mushrooms in there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, green bean casserole for Liz. Chicken Ritz cracker chicken casserole for Brian, and we'll see. Oh, and drinks from Brian.
And drinks.
Look forward to that. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to watch that and hang out with us tomorrow evening. All right, we're tossing it back. We got to get in line. We're really excited again. This is Melania's Trump receiving the 2020 official White House Christmas tree, 18.5 feet tall this year. It's huge, and maybe we'll see President Trump. Hopefully we will. I think we will.
I think we will.
So make sure that you've shared this, liked it, subscribed. It's so important. Join our monthly subscription program on YouTube. And stand by for First Lady Melania Trump. I, for one, cannot wait to see her outfit. I know she's going to be wearing Christian Louboutin heels. I would bet money on it. Look for those red bottom heels, y'all. All right, back to you, Joe.
Hello, Right Side Broadcasting Network. I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, and I've got some great news for you. Today, you can save up to 66% off all my products, from my MyPillows to my Giza Dream Sheets, my towels, my Roll and Go travel pillows, my mattress topper. I have over 100 products that you're going to save up to 66% using the promo code RSBN, Right Side Broadcast Network. RSBN, use that promo code at mypillow.com or call 800-836-7566. That's 800-836-7566. Remember to use the code RSBN, and here's the great news. Half the money is going to support Right Side Broadcast Network, one of the best networks I've ever seen. Thank you.
Previous to this, we were just off the lawn broadcasting for a short period. Now we're inside this area. But welcome, everybody. All right, welcome in. You got a live look at the 2020 official White House Christmas tree presentation. The tree just arrived through the gates here at the White House, and so I can imagine it will be, we've got a bird's eye view of this, Liz. I don't think there's a better camera angle than what we have right now. And so let's go over the horses' names real quick, because a White House press person came over to tell us that. I think it's Winston and Ben.
Yes,
right?
yes, absolutely. Winston is on the left, Ben is on the right. My knowledge of horses is somewhat minimal, but it is there to an extent. So it looks like Clydesdales, and these are what you typically see in a Budweiser commercial. They are gorgeous horses, very friendly, and we are going to, we really do have the best spot in the house, so good job, Joseph Petrie. On this one, they're going to come on up, and I believe that will be at 12 o'clock, so we are about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes shy of that, 14 minutes shy of that. And this tree is an 18.5-foot tree, and it is going to be accepted by First Lady Melania Trump, which is a long-standing tradition here at the White House, dating back to 1966. We have a little bit more information about this tradition that we'd like to share with you guys, and we're just excited. You know, the holiday season is coming up. This has been a tough year for quite literally everyone, and this is, you know, just a way to bring joy to all of our families and our homes once again. So hopefully things can start looking up with the arrival of Christmas season. Now this is the 2020 White House Christmas tree, and it is from Littleton, Colorado. In a normal year, the selection of the White House Christmas tree is a media event at the NCTA Champion Growers Farm, attended by 100 or more people to observe the White House team select the perfect tree for the Blue Room. But 2020 is far from a normal year. There was no selection event this year. Instead, this tree was quietly chosen at Dan and Ann Taylor's farm. They are the 2020 NCTA Grand Champion Grower. I'm going to go more in depth on that in just a minute and tell you exactly how this one was chosen and what this tradition really is. But before we get more into those details, I just want to remind you guys to check out mypillow.com. It's www.mypillow.com. Use code RSBN for up to 66% off your entire order. Mike Lindell is the CEO, and he is an incredible patriot working for the American people and upholding conservative beliefs. So if you want to make sure that you know exactly where your money's going this season and make sure it's not going to large corporations that don't uphold your conservative values and beliefs, MyPillow is the place to go. You can get all of your Christmas shopping done right there in one spot. They have over 100 products to choose from, ranging from memory foam mattress toppers, dog beds, to luxurious bathrobes and towels, and so much more. Again, it's over 100 products that you can choose from. You can quite literally get all of your holiday shopping done right there, and we have one of the best codes out there. You really don't even have to look anywhere else. Use code RSBN. Again, that's code RSBN, 4 easy letters, for up to 66% off your entire order. It's holiday season. This is the perfect time to do that shopping. And I mean, it doesn't get any more picturesque than this right now. We're focused on a horse-drawn carriage here on the front lawn of the White House that's about to deliver this 18.5-foot tall Fraser fir, which was chosen to be displayed in the Blue Room of the White House this holiday season. Again, this tree was quietly chosen this year at Dan and Ann Taylor's farm. They are the 2020 NCTA Grand Champion Grower. The Taylors have supplied Christmas trees to decorate the White House for a number of years, except, of course, the Blue Room tree, which comes from the NCTA's Grand Champion Grower, Dale Haney. The White House Superintendent of Grounds visited Taylor's farm to pick out the trees for the White House. While he was there, he was also able to see the large trees that they had available to select among for the Blue Room. This special tree has to fit the exact and particular specifications to go on display in such a historic room. Mr. Haney's viewing of the trees that day became the selection process for 2020. A beautiful, as you can see, 18.5-foot tall Fraser fir was chosen to be displayed in the Blue Room of the White House this holiday season. The Taylors were named 2020 Grand Champion at the National Christmas Tree Association's National Christmas Tree Contest. With this award goes the honor of presenting a Christmas tree to the White House. Mr. Taylor is celebrating his win after participating in numerous state contests. He said, quote, "We are honored to have the opportunity to represent the Christmas tree growers of America by continuing the tradition of providing a tree to the White House Blue Room, which will be viewed by millions of people. This will be an experience of a lifetime for our family, especially for our children, who are accompanying them for the presentation of the White House Christmas tree here today." This will be the 55th year a member of the National Christmas Tree Association has presented the official White House Christmas tree for display in the Blue Room. Once again, a tradition that began in 1966.
Yeah, and this is one of those traditions that it started in 1966, but later on, the First Lady of the White House continued the tradition of decorating the tree and making it kind of more of a ceremonial event. And so that's obviously what we're waiting for today. And we've got to, I get a lot of questions, I'm sure you do too, is like, what is it like in DC right now? It's a little breezy, a little cool, but it's a little cold. That's why you see some heavy jackets on some of the people up there. But it's going to be just a beautiful day to have this tree brought in here. And it's a timely period when you think about it. So much going on in our political culture. To be able to take a break and cover something like this as a Christmas tree of arrival is something I think this country needs at this particular moment. There's so much uncertainty with the election and all, so this is something that we're happy to show you. I don't know if we want to swing around, Joe, to our left. Let us step to our right. You swing to your left, and we'll show what's going on behind us. You've got, looks like, a small assembly of a small brass band that will probably play a little bit of music, I would imagine, as the chariot makes his way to. Let's swing all over this way, walk so we can pivot. This is a different perspective. We've got media to our left as well, has lined up, so we really do have a great view of this tree making its way up the driveway here, and I would imagine the band will play some music as well, just setting the festive mood for this arrival of the Christmas tree. If you're just now watching us, thanks for joining us. You can share this broadcast, and let's tell everybody what's going on here on this Monday as we make our way into Thanksgiving. As Liz said earlier, tune in tomorrow as Liz will be making her green bean casserole, which I am fired up, by the way, to try. And I'm going to attempt to make this Ritz Cracker chicken casserole. I can promise you it's...
We're going to have to go to the grocery store today.
We've got to go to the grocery store today, for sure, because anything outside of some bananas and some oranges is about the only thing in my apartment right now, and apples. Outside of that, we're in poor shape. But yeah, so tune in.
We're going to do the pumpkin pie.
Yeah, who is going to do the pumpkin? Who would be suitable? Joe, you want to do the pumpkin? No?
I can't make pumpkin pie.
All right, but
Maybe that's what we'll make on camera.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe that's what we should make on camera, because the other
we'll
stuff
have
takes way too
everything
long.
else prepared, and then we'll do that one together.
We could kind of cheat and then do some slide of the camera, and we'll go to Whole Foods and get a pumpkin pie and throw it in there. But no, we can't do that. But anyway, tune in tomorrow for that, as we're going to celebrate the Thanksgiving a little earlier so we can get back. Yeah, it's great. So we can get to our family. Pecan pie is another favorite. Absolutely.
I love pecan pie.
And for our folks in the north, it's pecan pie. And for friends in the south, it's pecan pie. That's the two ways we do that. Anyway, so tune in tomorrow for that. And of course, any other developing news here from the Capitol, we're here for it. And of course, so much going on in terms of the election. I had someone walk up to me just a few minutes ago to ask me my take on what happened last night with Sidney Powell and the kind of the disconnect between the Trump team and herself, and Twitter putting a 12-hour ban on her account. Just so many developments, and so we're trying to get as much information as we can to you. Of course, none of us want to speculate anything. It's just something that we just will not do. I will not speculate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get in place. It looks like we might be getting closer and closer, just 6 minutes away from that happening. But in any event, we will bring you any coverage that we have in relations to that, to the election process that's going on right now. So many questions, and you know, we were just in Atlanta, Georgia 2 days ago, covering two events there. So much at stake in the state of Georgia, and the Senate races and runoffs that are slated to begin the first in January. That is very crucial to the development and the direction of our country. Obviously, if the election is withheld, is certified that it goes to Joe Biden, that he's got the presidency, and then of course the fate of the Senate then at that point could go swing the other way. If it's tied, then it goes to Kamala Harris at that point, and therefore that goes to a Democrat-controlled Senate, and then you would leak at that point. The House is Democratic control, so you've got kind of a trifecta there as far as control of the White House. So much attention right now in the state of Georgia, and of course with the election yet to be completely certified by several of those states. If you're just now joining us, we are live outside the White House, waiting for the 2020 presidential official Christmas tree presentation. And we are waiting we're about 5 minutes out probably of the Christmas tree being brought up here. And of course, we want to thank you, our viewers. We're able to bring all this content to you, but because of your donations, because of your involvement with Right Side Broadcasting, and we appreciate you doing that. You can simply go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and we certainly appreciate every time I come across a subscription, a donor, someone that's been with us from day one. They come up and tell me. I give them a big hug and a handshake, because we appreciate all your support, because if it wasn't for you, we simply cannot bring this content to you. You're getting a look at the front. That's the arrival area. I got probably about a 12-piece brass band that will welcome the tree as it arrives, and of course the First Lady will come out. Don't know how much remarks we'll get from the First Lady, if she'll speak at all. I don't know, Liz, have you heard anything about that?
No, I think in general it's less remarks, more of just an acceptance. I'm not sure. But we also have photos, of course, with President Trump escorting her in the past when it comes to this tradition. So excited to see. I think we might see President Trump again for what is just a handful of public appearances since the 2020 presidential election. So hopefully you guys are staying tuned. It should begin in about 3 minutes now. It could be any second now. So it's really exciting. It's also Oops, there's some music there. It's also very humbling to be here, of course, on the front steps of the White House. We love our rallies, but this is a very, 'cause for most people, once in a lifetime experience to be able to witness this, and especially this year, 2020, it's not a public event, as most of these White House events are a lot smaller in their gathering. So this is really the only way that most people can see it is by watching our stream on Right Side Broadcasting Network. And we are just a small news network located in Auburn, Alabama, and we are trying to make our name for ourselves here in the swamp. I think we're doing a pretty good job of it so far. It looks like the band is getting ready to play, so they're all getting in
warming up,
position.
warming up a little bit,
I
right?
hear some car engines moving, so absolutely any second now we should be seeing the First Lady as well as possibly the President of the United States, President Donald Trump. Keep in mind, we want to say thank you for your support of us here at RSBN. Your donations are what keep us in business and keep us to be able to travel this great country and broadcast events like this. So there are 3 main ways you can help support us, and keep in mind we're almost entirely viewer funded, meaning we do not rely on any large investors, because we don't want anyone to tell us what we can broadcast and what we can't say. So the YouTube Super Chat is a great and fun way to donate. The second way is our website, www.rsbnetwork.com, and the third way is by sending a check. So you can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Thank you for those who have donated before, and also keep in mind for those who are members of our YouTube monthly tier program, we are going to be making a very exclusive private event for tomorrow night. It's going to be an RSBN Thanksgiving dinner for Tuesday night tomorrow, and that stream will only be able to be viewed by those who are subscribed to us, and members of the different clubs will be posting on Twitter when that event is made and exactly what time to tune in. So that's just a thank you of us showing our appreciation and giving thanks this year for those who have really stepped up and supported RSBN.
Absolutely. Okay, in the last few minutes, we've seen several of the security vehicles kind of clear the path for the 2 horses to make their way up to the front here. So I can only imagine that we're a few minutes away. You got a live shot of what hopefully I would think that the First Lady will step out of these doors. I'm just speculating at this point, and Joe, our camera person right now, has got a good eye on that as well. So we're giving you a great shot of the possible entrance of the First Lady to come out here and take acceptance of this Christmas tree. So we appreciate you hanging there with us. I know that we jumped on there, that we don't quite know sometimes how timely some of these events are, so we try to get on there. We don't want to miss anything by any means, but we're glad that you're watching us right now. And also, go ahead. Got anything else?
No.
Oh, okay.
For everyone
Yes.
to keep their mask on.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Up here.
Yes, we've got to keep your mask on. Don't want to get in trouble there, so everyone's got a mask. I'm going to put mine back over my face here because I want to make sure that we do everything by the book here at the White House, as the protocol is for a mask. If you're watching us, appreciate it. You know, also don't forget to follow us on our social media as well. I know that you're watching us maybe on YouTube, or maybe you're watching us on Facebook. We can find us across the board on Twitter as well, and on Instagram. I tend to post a lot of stuff RSBN related on my Instagram page. You can follow me at Brian Glenn TV. Brian Glenn TV. That's BrianGlenn. So go on there, and great resource as well would be Liz on her social media. And if she wants to, I want to make sure I don't jack that social media handle up.
Follow me on Twitter at Liz Willis with an underscore at the end. That's LIZWILLIS _.
There you go. The power of social media when you think about it. You know, I remember I've been in news 20 plus years, and I remember when Facebook first came out, we were told not to be on social media. We were told to stay off social media in the newsroom. Yeah, and boy, how things have changed since then. Now it's like if you're not on social media, you're probably not going to have yourself a job for too long. So we appreciate you following us on our social media platforms. One great way to stay connected to everyone. Of course, YouTube is awesome, and we love YouTube and the way we can stream all of our activities on there as well. So If you're just now joining us, we are live outside the White House waiting for the 2020 presidential Christmas tree presentation by First Lady Melania Trump, and waiting for her to walk out the doors that you're looking at right now. And I would imagine we're probably on standby mode. It seems like everyone's kind of waiting for some type of action. We've got our cameras towards that way. We are doing all we can to kind of keep our eyes out as well as things will develop here quickly, and we will make sure we capture it all for you. Okay, we got a door opening here. Don't really know exactly what that was about, but and if you want to watch any of our previous coverages of any of the events we've had, of course we were in Atlanta this past weekend. There were 2 events there. We covered the Stop the Steal and the Walkaway event there. If you want to go back and replay those, you're more than welcome to, because those are up for you to consume and share as we had a ton of content this past weekend across our platform. It's a beautiful day here in our nation's capital. Since we've been here covering, I think I only have a handful of days where it really was cold and nasty. It was cold and nasty, and today is quite comfortable and nice. So it's nice to on a beautiful day for something like this, as the elements, as you can imagine, if it was rainy and cold, it would not be conducive for an event like this, and may not have happened in the way that it's happening right now. So we're very thankful for the weather that we have today, and we're thankful for you watching us. And we talk about prayer so much, and you got a shot right now of the wind here just outside our apartment here at the White House. That's the first thing I do every morning is I look at the wind. That flag is stretched out. I know it's going to be a kind of a breezy day, but I want to get back to the prayer and the power of prayer. And we've talked about this for months on the campaign trail, how it's really prayer is what keeps a lot of people grounded and keeps us faith, that keeps us optimistic on things. And we've got to remember that God is in control. He's in control of everything. This is his country. I mean, we need his blessing. We need him to stay with us and guide us through this. And no matter what happens in this country, he is in control, and he will lead us through any troubled waters that might come upon us. And a lot of people say, Brian, how do you stay so optimistic and grounded during this election process? Why aren't you freaking out like a lot of people are right now? And it's just, that's it, faith. We got faith, and no matter what happens, we put our trust in the Lord, and I think the Lord will bless our president in many ways, and he is such an impactful figure in our political landscape and across America. I mean, more people came out to vote for this president than any other Republican in history, and of course a lot of those votes are still to be calculated. So he is loved. We have seen crowds of tens of thousands of people across this country in support of this president throughout the last campaign season. So we are just blessed to be a part of that, and we're blessed to have him as our president, and we are looking forward to 4 more years, if we can just say that, 4 more years. So just keep your prayers in your thought. You can follow Liz. I know she's active on social media right now, looking at posts and trying to keep everybody updated, which is great. That's one thing she's really, really good at, because a lot of times I miss it.
Job.
It is a full-time job.
Links and whatnot, but we just put the swipe up on our Instagram. So if you're watching this but not watching this, I don't know, you can go to our Instagram and check out our story. There's some behind the scenes stuff there, and swipe up to watch.
I've always wanted to say that, swipe up.
I know.
Yeah, I always want to say that, but now we can, right? Swipe up. All right, we probably got, I would probably say 20, 25 media different outlets, print. We got photographers and some print and video news outlets here alongside us right now. And that's about what you would expect from a kind of a private event like this.
Yeah, very quiet here today. I think we're probably the most excited. Someone did comment and they said, thank you for showing what no one else is. So it's hard for us to know what exactly, who's covering what, because we're on the ground. We don't get to watch TV right now. So we might be the only ones live streaming this in its entirety. But we also, totally different point, we have officially hit 40,000 on our Instagram account, which is probably the smallest of all our social medias. But personally, I love it nonetheless. So thank you to everyone who's followed us on Instagram, and it's not too late. Make sure you're following RSB Network on Twitter and Instagram. It's at RSB Network.
Yeah, and it's a great resource for all things happening as far as the election goes, as well as we try to, Joe at the corporate office, when he sees information come out, he is the first one to retweet it, to post it up, to share it. And now more than ever, information is power, and it's key to get the right information. It used to be in news where everybody wanted to be first in news, and I've been in news a long time. It's not about being first, it's about being accurate. That's the most important thing with news, is being accurate. It's not first. Anybody can be first. Anybody can put the information out, but it's got to be accurate. So I just encourage you to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, for that accurate information. That Joe does such a good job. I don't think our CEO, Joe, I don't think he sleeps, to be honest with you. I think he's up all night, seems like, covering all these events and making sure that everyone stays informed with what's going on. So anyway, we're still waiting. Time-wise, it's 12:08 here in DC, so we're about 10 minutes past that time what we thought this would start. But hey, this is a big event here. There's a lot of different moving parts. We just got the tree that was just off of camera in a horse buggy, so that's they're on standby, and of course the First Lady's probably on standby as well. So hopefully when she walks out those doors, you'll be the first ones to see her. And of course we'll hear the music, and just what a great time as we make our way into Thanksgiving week, and a great time to be thankful for all that we have in life right now. It's been a very difficult year. I said this earlier, please let us know how you'll be spending the thing. Okay, now we got the buggies moving. I'm going to go ahead and back away and let you guys hear the sights and sounds of this delivery. All right, looks like we have the First Lady has walked out and is making her way down to the tree for the acceptance. Listen in. First Lady making her way around this side of us. Waving to the crowd here. Looks like she's having a few words with the two gentlemen driving the carriage. Ben now playing Come All Ye Faithful. First Lady standing for a quick photo op right now with the press that's present. First Lady having a few words. Don't know the names of the people that's with her right now, but she's obviously having a few words with them about the tree. Posing for another photo op. First Lady looking stunning today. Absolutely stunning. So Liz, as we watch in, what is your initial thoughts? Is she just the most beautiful woman?
She's so beautiful. I just caught myself. She waved like bye, and I started waving back. Like, I guess the press doesn't do that, but I was like smitten. Like, in person, she's just glowing and that much more radiant.
Yeah, and she's making her way back inside. After spending probably about 5 to 7 minutes out here walking around the tree, talking to the drivers of the buggy here. Don't know if that is the wrap-up of this. We'll find out here in just a few minutes. We'll let you listen in. All right, we just see what will happen at this point. Band just wrapped up. It seems like some of the media is moving out. I don't know the protocol, but we're going to remain here until we're kind of told them to move out because we want to get a good bird's eye view of what's going on right now. Okay, we can step out. I think we can step out aside.
Right,
All right.
I think we are wrapping up here. I think it was a quick acceptance by First Lady Melania Trump, and we are going to swiftly and quickly get out of the way. You can see them all leaving right behind us, and stay tuned. We are going to be live talking to you about what we saw and what it was like to experience this firsthand in just a few moments back from our Cam 2.
Everybody back here at the RSBN studio really quick as we wait on our two correspondents, Brian Glenn and Liz Willis, to get back on the scene here to wrap things up. Wanted to say thank you. Just what a cool moment this is for us. You know, we have come full circle. I mean, this is a company that started out in a bedroom in Florida, and you know, we have struggled throughout the years. We've improved on technology over the last several years, and we've got to do some really cool things. We've, you know, really known as the rally people, and now we're starting to do things like this, being able to be here at the White House with 2 cameras is really quite an honor for us. Something the rest of the media probably takes for granted here in Washington every day, but it is an honor for us to be here on the White House lawn, bringing you live coverage here of the Christmas tree delivery. We're going to start trying to do things like this more often. We are stationed here in Washington. For those of you who don't know, we have gone all out, and we've got some we have 3 offices, apartments here stationed just outside the White House, and so we are going to be here on the scene for you and bringing you as much live coverage as we possibly can. And we'll also have crews all across the country, so if a press conference goes down, the fake news won't cover it, but we will. We will bring you live coverage of everything Trump, just like we've been doing since 2015. So this is our 5th year now, and we couldn't have done it without you. And we just want to thank you all so much for everything. We are fighting. We're still fighting. We're going to continue to fight until the very end. So the outcome is still unclear, and we're just going to continue to bring you coverage so that you can, look, someone's got to do it, and we're doing the mainstream media's job for them. You see these press conferences that pop up from the legal team, and sometimes we're the only ones covering us, OAN and maybe Newsmax, and so the alternative media is doing the real news media's job. So we just appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for getting us there. We can't thank you all enough. Again, waiting on Brian Glenn and Liz Willis to come back to the camera. And I think they're there now, so let's go to them.
All right, you're taking a live look from, I guess, the initial point when we started this broadcast. Welcome, everybody. Brian Glenn, Liz Willis here. Really giving our thoughts on, I think, it was a brief ceremony here at the White House, but very meaningful, as we saw the beautiful, and I'm going to let Liz comment on that when she's done posting this picture. That was the first time I've ever seen the First Lady in person, and the way she walked out, the grace of this woman, and just the beauty of this woman, and the way she circled the tree here, the way she was so friendly. You can tell she was very genuine to the people involved in the ceremony. It was just brilliant. And I'll start with the band. Even the band being queued up like it did, playing some of the most traditional Christmas hymns at a moment in our political landscape that just means so much. And it's just a beautiful moment here at the White House, and we're hoping that all of you right now had the opportunity to catch that. If you're just now joining us, I encourage you to go back and watch this broadcast when this is over, to see exactly what we're talking about. I do want to bring Liz in here, because your fashion, my perspective means nothing to this. Beautiful First Lady, in which we all can say that she has not been accepted by the mainstream media and the fashion industry and all of the magazines that you would see. You would think at this point, Liz, she should be on every single cover that exists in this country right now. And the reason why she's not is unexplainable.
Yeah, absolutely. No, if I had a magazine, she would be on the cover. And every single page, she's stunning, and her fashion sense is something just I admire too. She wore a beautiful cape blazer type over her outfit today, and she wore some high black boots. They were not her usual Christian Louboutin red bottom 6-inch heels, but it's wintertime, so I guess we got to start moving on to boots now. Of course, she looked absolutely stunning. Her makeup was on point. She was glowing, really radiant today. And I just think she looked really beautiful. She was very graceful, like you said. And it's almost, you have to go about these things in a debutante, very political way. You can't just walk out and be like, hey guys, tree looks great. Thank you. Right. But it's almost like what you would expect to see in England when it comes to the Queen, really coming out and doing these duties. She came out and did a full circle, stopping to talk to everyone and taking her time, and then slowly, walking back inside. And she has made comments before. She thinks sometimes it's a little silly that the First Lady has to do, I guess I can't get the quote specifically.
Approve it,
Approve it. And there's other things, she should be working on, like really like bigger things. But for us, but for us, the common folk, I get it in her perspective. And if I was first lady, I would think the same thing. I'd be like, come on, I got other stuff I need to do. I need to go save kids and save lives. All while, yes, she does. But what I'm getting at, the mainstream media doesn't cover that either. So it never looks that great. So it's silly for her. She's like, why try? Why bother? But moments like that we just got to witness, with her standing there, it was very special for us. So we do appreciate it. Melania Trump, you looked so beautiful, and it was really special. I think I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
As well as I. And I think the whole moment of the music list being queued up and her walking out and the horse and coming up the tree, it was just, and I said this earlier, it's what we need as a country right now. We need to see this, and there's so much other stuff in the news that we don't want to see. Today was something that we all wanted to see, and I'm so thankful that we can share it with everybody.
Yeah, I completely agree. And with that being said, also holidays are right around the corner. We want to thank our partners over at Bye, Kyle.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's cool. One of our favorites, Kyle.
There you go.
I want to say thank you to some of our partners over at MyPillow.com. You just saw that it's officially Christmas season, according to the White House. And what a great feeling that is to just have something fresh. A new start is coming. I think everyone can feel me on that one when it comes to 2020. So we can just start fresh, start happy and grateful for everything that Christmas means to all of us, and make sure that you get all of your holiday shopping done in time. You can get a lot of it done over at MyPillow.com. RSBN and Mike Lindell have really built an incredible working relationship. He's a patriot, as you all know. Twitter's been blowing up lately. Everyone is wanting to buy My Pillows, but we want to make sure that you get the best discount possible. So we got a code for you guys, and you can use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. And it's not just pillows on their website. You guys would be shocked. No matter whether you think you're going to shop or not, go check out their website. They have bathrobes, towels, dog beds, memory foam mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. I think the closer I get to 30, the more excited I get about getting housewarming goods for Christmas.
How about getting sleep when you're 51, like me, and you want to sleep good, and you only sleep about 5-6 hours a night? This is a key. And I want to add to this, when you said about Twitter, I notice a lot of activity, people saying, look, I've already got 5 pillows in my house. I'm buying additional pillows because the guy is a true patriot and what he's doing right now for our country. And so with that, if you've got a My Pillow at home, buy one for some. Look, we've all got these office parties where you got to bring a gift. Can you imagine opening up a My Pillow?
It's perfect.
It's so perfect. Whoever you give that to is going to absolutely love it, and so we appreciate. We're giving him a virtual hug right now, Mike Lindell.
Also, for all your liberal friends, what an incredible
gift. Yeah. Even if you're the liberal of liberal, if you get a My Pillow, that actually might convert you to conservative values from sleeping on the pillow. I'm thinking
they'll just be happier and nicer in general from being able to sleep well, and maybe they'll be willing to accept.
That is a great point. You can't have happiness until you're grateful. So maybe if you're grateful because you have a My Pillow, that will make you happy, and happier people make the world a better place. That's it. Yeah.
We are going to begin wrapping this up here shortly, and stay tuned to our Twitter and Instagram as we figure out what else we'll be broadcasting live from Washington, D.C. Excited to be here, and it's going to be a busy week. We're expecting probably a lot of press conferences, press releases, so stay tuned. The fight's not over yet. We're still here.
We're still here, and I had somebody come up to me before the ceremony and said, what do you think about all the developments in Sidney Powell? I said, you know what? We have faith. We have. Why do we have any reason to believe that she does not know what she's doing? Okay, she's a very intelligent woman. She has a very successful track record. So let's just keep the course and see what happens.
And what would you say your overall takeaway from today is? I'm still watching my Instagram story as I'm talking because it's so cool.
It's beautiful. Actually, my phone froze up.
No.
I swear, just as it was coming up, my phone froze up. So I got partial on that. So I'll probably have to steal your clip and repost it. But my takeaway on this is I cannot wait to get home and put my Christmas tree up. And I'm going to. I've already got like a 10-foot tree in my house.
18.5-foot Douglas fir, though, from Colorado.
I will find one. No, it's not.
I want to go to this farm. You think I'm kidding? I will go buy the same one just because Melania Trump has it.
On the way back, we can hit West Virginia on our way back to Atlanta and Texas. But I can't wait to put up my Christmas tree and celebrate. And like I said, this is something that none of us are going to forget.
Absolutely. I'm super excited as well, and I'm going to figure out how much those trees cost because I want one.
Ooh.
It might be like a 2-foot one from that company, like
may
a
be
little
like a
a little sapling, like a
50
2-year-old
bucks a foot
sapling.
probably, or something like that. It's probably the rate, $50 a foot, 18 feet. There you go, do the math. But it's a beautiful tree, and I can't wait to see how she decorates it. You know, that's
Theme for this
the
year.
theme. Yeah, it could be. Who knows? Yeah.
As always, she's very tasteful, and we can expect it to be beautiful. RSBN will provide the fair coverage that the mainstream media is not.
Yeah.
Care to help us sign off, Brian?
There you go. Always follow us on social media. We've got all the updates happening right here from DC. You can follow me, Brian Glenn TV, and Liz Willis. Make sure you get your handles right.
Liz Willis with an underscore on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram as well. We've really been going. It's so hard to social media and broadcast, but I'm trying to post as much behind the scenes between at RSB Network and my very own Instagram at Liz Willis, so follow both.
There you go. Always like to end my shows, and I've done this in television forever. Until next time, goodbye. God bless. We'll see you later.
Hello, Right Side Broadcasting Network. I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, and I've got some great news for you. Today, you can save up to 66% off all my products, from my MyPillows to my Giza Dream Sheets, my towels, my Roll and Go travel pillows, my mattress topper. I have over 100 products that you're going to save up to 66% using the promo code RSBN, Right Side Broadcast Network. RSBN, use that promo code at mypillow.com or call 800-836-7566. That's 800-836-7566. Remember to use the code RSBN, and here's the great news. Half the money is going to support Right Side Broadcast Network, one of the best networks I've ever seen. Thank you.
All right, really quick for those of you still here, sorry about that. I'm multitasking here in the studio, but I wanted to say thank you again for tuning in. Also, check out MyPillow. I know we are kind of a lot of you are saying, oh, it's too much overkill. MyPillow is a great sponsor, Mike Lindell. We're proud to be working with him, the great patriot, and I talked to him on the phone. Great guy. MyPillow has really helped me. I have issues with my posture during the day doing this stuff in the studio, and I really haven't been able to find a pillow that actually works for me. And MyPillow has really helped me, and it's really helped me get the rest that I need, the support that I need for my neck, and I wake up feeling refreshed, and that's what I need. MyPillow has helped me do this job for you. So check out mypillow.com, enter offer code RSBN for up to 66% off. It's a great deal. Don't miss out on it. And also, one last time, tomorrow we're going to be doing a special Thanksgiving broadcast live from our apartment/office in DC. If you are a member right now on our YouTube channel and you pay, I think the different tiers start at $4.99 and they go up. If you're at, I think it starts at the Lincoln Club and goes up to the Trump Club. So if you're a Reagan Club member or above on our channel, you will get access to that video tomorrow night. It's for members only, and we would appreciate if everyone tuned in tomorrow night to that. If you're a member, it's going to be cool. We're going to do some Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to interact with the chat. It'll be fun. So Reagan Club members and above get access to that tomorrow night. Just a little perk we're doing for our members on YouTube. We'll start doing a lot more of that after Thanksgiving. We're going to be rolling out some nightly shows and just some behind the scenes stuff from our crew. For those of you who are joining us as members, we appreciate y'all. All right, going to sign off now. We will be monitoring the situation. If any press conference or anything like that pops up, we'll be live right away. I'll be here all day monitoring the situation. I hope y'all have a great day. God bless. And also thank you for the moderators. Appreciate you.